got hairy legs that turn, that.
Welcome to Certified Based, the common sense podcast where liberals crash out.
Welcome back to Certified Based. Welcome. This is the place where liberals
crash out.
How
What's
you
up,
guys doing? This is actually take
guys?
two. I'm not gonna
Take
lie.
two,
This is
guys.
Take two. We were recording for like a good 10 minutes and then realized that we weren't recording. So this is take two of everything. We're about everything that we're gonna say for the first 10 minutes. We already said to ourselves. It's all right. It's a good practice round. Today we are talking about trends. Something that you see a pattern happening and you just can't help but to recognize and say, oh, I think we see a pattern going on here. What's up with that, right?
Yes, this week we are going to talk about two different acts of violence. You know, one happened in a wrestling ring, unfortunately, and one, more tragically, happened in a church. You know, we're going to get to the bottom of these topics.
Yes, we are.
But first, we're going to do a little recap on what we talked about last week. But first, before that, to keep teasing y'all, we're gonna talk about how our weeks went.
Yes,
what we're up
yes.
to.
Atreo survived his first year of fatherhood.
Yes, I survived it. My daughter just turned 1 today as we're recording, and as this podcast will go out, she turned 1. It's been a long / very short year. It felt like it just flew by, but also, you know, it's been a great year of learning and, you know, being a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also, I've survived my first week as a Samsung user, officially traded over. I know we hinted at it a couple episodes back.
I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on this dumb phone. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Atreo can attest. I've been a little bit sorry. I kind of had to burp a little bit. I drank a Coke Zero just now, but I've been kind of on the fence a little bit about switching. I mean, I'm more sold now, but I was for a bit, just because, like, those of you who don't know that watch the show, I'm a musician and I produce music and all that stuff. You know, mixing engineer and all that stuff, and I work on Apple products on a MacBook. And I use Logic Pro, which is a Apple exclusive digital audio workstation, or they call it DAW software. And I'm like, well, that's the DAW that I'm most familiar with, right? I'm probably going to keep using that DAW anyways. The only thing that sucks is that, like, whenever I, like, you know, mix things, produce things, and then I export them, and AirDrop is really nice back and forth on iPhone. But then, like, I love AI. I know. We have a new generation of boomers right now that hate AI. You remember when boomers hated computers, right?
Yep.
They hated the rise of computers, and they just got left behind, right? And they're getting scammed right now by, you know, guys who truck drive, by those kinds of guys. Truck drives on a CDL from California.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But anyways, right? They got left behind, right? The boomers, right? They hate computers. Well, I feel like a lot of those boomers are on our generation. Like, low key, the boomers are starting to become, like, you know, in our age group, where they hate and don't want anything to do with AI. Look, AI, I've said it multiple times on the show, that AI is an incredibly useful tool if used correctly. Okay, everything has its pros and cons. We see all the dark side that goes on the internet. There's something called the deep web. It's horrible. It's horrific. AI is kind of the same way. There's a lot of people could use AI for evil, but I think AI is going to cut down on the tedious tasks and let us focus on the things that matter. Like, for example, I think like Gemini is way better than Siri. They should change Siri's prompt to, whenever you give it a complex task, for it to say, "I'm sorry, I'm retarded." Well, can you say that again? That should be her response now, okay? Because Gemini, he's let me play with his S25. Gemini is just way freaking better, way more responsive, even more responsive than ChatGPT, to be honest with you, and handle complex tasks like adding stuff to your calendar, timers. I feel like all that stuff will cut down on your screen time, and you won't get distracted on your phone. Yep. You just talk to the assistant, tell it what you want it to do, and you're done. You don't have to pick up your phone.
And what's crazy is Apple ran their whole iPhone 16 promotion off the Apple Intelligence. And where's it at? It's not here.
Man.
But that's a little teaser. We're going to discuss that in our React episode this week about kind of the downfall of Apple, right?
Yes, because they do have their, like, event in the next 2 weeks, and they're going to announce, you know, the iPhone 17, and I was like, kind of like looking, I was like, ooh, I want to see what they announce. If it's good enough, maybe I'll stay. But no, I'm probably not going to stay. I'm pretty convinced that I'm done with iPhone. It's just not innovative. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that tangent too much today,
We got some stuff,
but we will
to
later
talk
in the
about.
week. Yeah. I mean, it's been a good week for me. I mean, I got to be part of their
Yeah.
celebration for his daughter and everything. So yeah, it's definitely the year flew by. But we're gonna recap of what we talked about a little bit last week because there's been some updates. There's been some
Yes.
updates to some stuff. Sorry, I'm gonna set my phone to do not disturb because my phone's blowing up right now. It's crazy.
Good. So last week we talked about that Indian that the driving the semi, he killed 3 people in the car crash. Got some updates on that. Got a little update on Cracker Barrel. There's been some developments.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you take it away with the first part.
Oh yeah. What's this guy's name? What'd you call him earlier?
Her gender.
Her gender.
Her gender scene.
Her gender sing. That's
Yeah.
definitely not how you say it, and we're gonna get
No.
called racist for
Yes.
doing that.
Sorry.
Which, guess what? Newsflash: I don't care.
we do not care.
We do not care. I need a. Ooh, I forgot to add this. Always have to
we're
reset the screen.
ignorant Americans.
Yeah, ignorant American. I can't believe you touched on her gender. How racist are you? Oh my God. Okay, so yes. Again, I mean, it's for jokes. Her gender sing. He's been arrested. Okay, charged with vehicular manslaughter. Okay, and apparently his brother was a passenger. He's gonna get deported because he wasn't driving. But most people would think, oh yeah, this guy is just gonna get deported for breaking the law, and it's the end of it. Oh no. Florida said no. Yeah, you're not getting away that easy, buddy. You're not getting deported. You're gonna be arrested, charged, and you're gonna be in jail in the States. So we're not, because to me, I agree with that more. Because if you get deported and you get sent back to your country, you don't pay for the consequences. You kind of you just killed 3 people. All right, just go back to my country. All right, I'm back. I got kicked out because I didn't know how to drive or read the freaking road signs. No. Florida said, no, you're not getting off that easy, buddy. You're going to jail in the States. And here's the video of them talking to him, telling him that.
Roll the clip.
Oh, there we go.
अपना पूरा नाम दस्सेआ जरा नु
मेरा नाम हरजिंदर सिंह
My name is Harjinder Singh.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You know what's crazy? They have to use
Yeah.
a translator in court. He can't even talk for himself.
That's wild. Seeing that's in Florida, and yeah, I wonder where they found the translator. Like, what Floridian knows to speak whatever language?
I think
I don't know.
I don't know which. I know they have like a couple of languages in India. I forgot what they are, but I
Yeah,
mean,
me too.
the fact of the matter is that he can't even defend himself in court by himself. He has to have somebody do it for him.
You have been arrested on 2 separate warrants, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जी तो तुम्हारी ना सी 2 बारी ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੜਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ 2 ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵਾਰੰਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ
The first arrest warrant is for 3 counts of vehicular homicide.
ਪਹਿਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ
The second arrest warrant is for 3 counts of manslaughter.
ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ 3 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ
Both arrest warrant affidavits were previously reviewed by a judge.
ਤੇ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਵਾਰੰਟਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
First of all, I would be mad if I was in jury or on that case or whatever, because everything that's gonna happen is gonna take twice as long because it has to go through
Oh,
the
yeah.
translator and everything. That's just my
God bless you
my
if you're on
initial
duty.
take. Yeah. And then why is that lady screaming? Does she think like it's gonna be more understandable?
Probably.
Is he gonna understand?
She's like,
She's
he might be able to
louder.
pick up. You've been charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. Do you understand that? No, ma'am, he doesn't understand that. That's why we got a translator.
He starts talking slower, like they're really gonna understand.
They probably gotta call that lady racist for that. She's like, he's
Yeah.
talking to him like he's stupid. Well, I mean, he kind of is because he didn't know how to read English and thought he could get a CDL license given to him by the dumbest state in the country. And then he ends up taking 3 people's lives because he thinks he could just take a illegal U-turn
Yeah.
in the middle of the highway
Yeah.
with an 18-wheeler.
Yeah. So I just thought while watching, I just thought about here's like I guess a nuanced take, or I don't know. It just popped in my head. Do you think he was kind of set up by both systems? Like he came into the country trying to work. I'm sure he might have like done drive. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Maybe he was a driver back in India, came to America illegally, which is wrong, first of all.
Mhm.
But he went to California, which they freaking they help these guys to their detriment. So
Yeah.
like California is like, okay, you even though you don't know English, even though you don't know a word, you failed all your tests, we're still gonna give you this. So you think they kind of set him up? Like he didn't know anything. It's like giving a toddler a car or something and go drive. It's okay, you go drive. And like he does an awful thing. Obviously he can't speak English. He does an awful thing, and now he's in this situation.
Like they set him up for failure.
Yeah, cause like they obviously didn't help him.
I mean, if California would purposely set him up for failure, I don't know how. Like, I don't know if that would really be true. I personally say no. I personally think California is that dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
because
yeah.
I've seen how like the dumb things that I mean.
Yeah.
Talking about Gavin Newsom,
Yeah.
dude's an idiot.
I'm not meaning like purposely, like willful intention, but like obviously the responsibility falls on them.
Yeah.
But they he's kind of he's for sure I'm not trying to like dismiss him of what he did. He's for sure responsible for it. But also, do you think responsibility is also on California?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I think the company that he was driving for, I think, got their license revoked or something like that.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure got in trouble. I
Good.
think, yeah. And I think the people that gave him the license need to be arrested.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
They
for
need to
sure.
be charged.
Yeah.
And put in jail because
Mhm.
who gives a guy that doesn't know how to read the freaking road signs to drive one of the biggest vehicles on the road?
Yeah.
That's just crazy. It's ludicrous to me. Like, what?
Yeah. It's on him for just making a stupid like driving mistake,
Yeah.
but also on California
Yep.
for doing
Mhm.
it.
Putting him on the road.
The company that hired him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's multiple. It's not just him. A
Yep.
lot of it's on him because he did the initial mistake, but also you gotta look at these other people. They're just as guilty. I feel like the
Yeah, the company,
The
the people that
company.
gave him the license,
Yep.
the state of, they're all those people are all responsible
Yeah.
because they put this guy on the road when he should not have been on the road.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Yeah, not hard at all.
no.
And a trail said that he had some updates about
Oh, yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
right?
God,
I know we talked about Cracker Barrel last week and their rebrand and how they thought that we're making Cracker Barrel for today's audience. How good did that go for them?
not good. So since last episode, we didn't talk about it, but the whole rebrand was a part of a larger 700 million plan to modernize the company. So
I mean, Wokeify.
yeah, obviously the backlash. They got rid of the old timey logo.
They got rid of the cracker off the barrel.
Yeah, and the barrel.
Yeah, and the barrel, both cracker.
They were redesigning the interior and making it more modern and just how we feel about modernism.
It's
and-
deeper than that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they're getting rid of going to minimalism, but it's deeper than that still. At least for
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
So, they reversed everything. They did a whole U-turn. They brought back the old time emblem. They kept it. They kept it the same. So that's the obvious change. But also, in addition to the logo reversal, the company has reportedly made other changes to its website, including removing references to employee resource groups, like the LGBTQ plus group. And the company has framed these changes as an update to outdated content.
So we were practically calling the LGBTQ outdated content.
Yeah,
that what they're saying?
That's what I got.
It's outdated now.
Yeah,
You know, rip from 2020 to 2025.
yeah.
That's how long it lasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people,
lasted a whole couple weeks.
whenever
maybe.
whenever your stock plummets the way it does, you got to realize that you're not really in tune with your audience. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard at all.
Nope. They gave in. They which smartly they did.
They got
reversed it.
they got bullied into reversal, which
But-
is good.
But they lost a lot of money doing it, which
Yeah.
is dumb. They lost stock value, and then that 700 million rebrand is just scrapped.
Yeah.
At least the
I mean, I don't think
part of it.
I don't think they spent all the 700 million. Probably a good several million. But yeah, they weren't in tune with their audience. Like who? Like, do they not learn from other companies' mistakes? We got Bud Light, who look at what happened to them with the whole Dylan Mulvaney situation. Target,
Mm-hmm.
and this year, I think I'd mentioned it. I don't know if you noticed, but this year in Target, it seems like they were putting a lot more American, more patriotic attire during 4th of July this year than I've seen, I think, ever.
Yeah.
And I heard they pushed all their pride. Well, a lot of their pride stuff got removed, but a lot of that got pushed to the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to go searching for it. It wasn't going to be in your face. If you wanted that kind of attire, you were going to go have to look for it.
I did not see any, but I was obviously looking for it,
Yeah, me either.
which is good. Which is good because you're just walking down the aisles. Most people, go in, stroll through it. Unless you really need something, you're gonna go look. But some people just we're just gonna walk around. At least that's what our wives like to do. They just like to BS in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
typical women behavior.
yeah. But yeah, I don't recall seeing anything like that. A lot of American patriotism, though.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not like Target to do that, but I think they finally woke up and be like, yeah, wrong audience. And
Yep.
I think one thing I've noticed with this whole, the whole woke movement is they tried their best to make it seem like it's the majority, and I really don't think it's the majority.
No,
it's not the
definitely
majority.
not.
I think it's a very, very small percentage. But with the media on their side, and like social media influencers on their side, celebrities on their side, they make it seem like it's a majority.
Yep.
They do a very good job of making it seem like it's the
They're the
majority.
loudest minority.
Mm-hmm.
They make the loudest racket and complain the most, and make sure their voice is heard, which gives props to them. They do the best at that.
Yeah, they do. They do. But then numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, and statistics don't lie, and
care about the statistics.
And we've been seeing some patterns, but we'll get into that later. Forgot that's not the next segment.
Not yet. Remember, math is racist, guys. You heard that term? Math is
Yes.
racist.
Just remember that, guys. Every time you try to do math, you go to your math class, you think it's unbiased. It's just pure law and science and whatever. No, it's actually racist.
Yeah, math is
If you
racist.
try to do 2 + 2, don't even try.
Yeah, 2 + 2 is 5.
Yep.
Not 4.
Yep. If you're a fascist, you're a fascist if you disagree, and you're racist. You're a misogynist. What else? What else they got?
If you do math,
Homophobic.
yeah, homophobic, Islamophobic, xenophobic. What else?
Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic. What are all the other typical ones you hear?
What's
Never seen
another
one.
good one?
Christian nationalist is a new one.
That's
That
a
one's
new one.
You're a
yeah.
Christian nationalist.
Super MAGA.
Super
MAGA.
ultra
Ultra,
MAGA,
that's what
dark
it was.
MAGA. Oh my, Nazi.
Nazi,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
yeah,
a big
how
one.
do you forget
Yeah,
Nazi?
how do we forget that one? Nazi.
Nazi.
Did we say fascist?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said fascist
That's
already.
an easy one.
Yeah, that's very easy one. That's like the most common one.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means.
What is that?
White supremacist. That's another
Yeah,
one.
white supremacist. Even if you're black, you could still somehow be white supremacist.
Yeah, a black white supremacist. It's just like the Dave Chappelle skit. It's true. You can be black and a white supremacist at the same time. Newsflash, coming straight to you from Certified Based. All right, let's get into our first topic this week, or for this episode. So, guys, if you have not been on the internet or anywhere, I would say, for me, it's big because it relates to the MMA world. But I feel like it went bigger because I heard other YouTubers talking about it. Osmongold made a video. Some other, news channels made videos. But we're talking about the Rajah Jackson situation. If you haven't heard, Raja Jackson is the son of the iconic MMA fighter Rampage Jackson. Yeah, fought in Pride, UFC. He's a legend if you're any sort of a fan of MMA. He's a big name. But his son, let's go to the next tab. We'll give some context. So he's a live streamer now. He streams on Kick. So he went to this pro wrestling, this amateur pro wrestling.
Is he IRLing?
match. Yeah, he's IRLing. You could pull. We're gonna pull up the clip for you guys watching. So Raja Jackson, guess who he is? So he went to the pro wrestling match, and so this was kind of like the beginning. This is the catalyst of the situation. Let's play the clip. You kind of read it. Raja Jackson almost gets into fight after a wrestler smashes a drink on his head.
Oh me? Hell no. Yeah.
Pardon the language.
Hey, I think that's a. Oh, you don't show
All right.
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will.
Nah.
We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
Nah, I will fuck him up,
I
bro.
know you will. I got you.
I do not play that shit at all.
Nah, I got you. We're good. Apologize for that, man. Fix that.
All right. So in the video, the pro wrestler, his name is Psycho Stu. Very appropriate for pro wrestling. Well, I guess not pro, but I don't know, whatever. So he did a little stunt. He saw the camera. He saw the cameras and this guy, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna,
He's gonna make a scene.
yeah, it's on
Okay.
stream. I'll make a scene. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, he is assuming this guy would go along with it.
Yeah.
I think it was a prop can because it just like air and fizz popped out. It looked like a fake prop, like beer can or something. Went, smashed it over his head, trying to, like do a little performance for the cameras, obviously.
Yeah.
So he does that. Obviously, Raja Jackson. He doesn't react. First of all, that's what some people are saying. Yeah, well, we'll get into that later. He gets a little mad. Like you can hear the guy, like the fellow wrestler, telling him he's not a worker. He's not a worker. He's he's just a bystander.
Yeah.
So he starts getting worked up. He starts working himself up. He's like, I'll mess this dude up. They'll separate. There's de-escalating. They're de-escalating. They're like, all right, calm down. You didn't know. He's not a worker. And in this video, there's more clips. I didn't include them, but they make up. They dap hands. They're all right. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know you're a worker. Whatever. Yada yada yada. They make up. The peers do. They make up. While in the midst of them, squashing it, I think that guy, there's a guy with the ponytail. I think he's kind of like the ring runner or whatever. He runs the show. He says that Raja Jackson can get back at him. Like they're gonna set up a little skit where he can hop in the ring, get his get back.
Oh. Okay.
But in like pro wrestling fashion.
So fake, right? And it ain't real, right?
Yeah, it's fake.
Newsflash, guys, fake.
Yeah. I should have started this. Pro wrestling is fake. Not real violence. It's for show. It's fun.
Then UFC.
But Raja Jackson is an MMA fighter. Remember that. I don't know what he's doing at a pro wrestling fight.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there either.
Let's go to the next clip. So fast forward. There's some other context I'll get into, but I'm gonna just show this clip first. So it's time. It kind of skipped. He jumps. Okay, is it all the way rewinded?
Yeah, it's all the way to the beginning. Yeah, it's all the way to the beginning.
Okay, so it's just jumping straight into the action. But Psycho Stu's doing his performance. Raja Jackson slides in the cage and goes behind him, and then we start here. Oh!
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man. Hey. Stop this shit, man.
Oh my gosh.
Got super loud.
That's
Oh my god.
screaming. All right, that's pretty much it. That's the end of it. All right. Ooh.
Dang. So he just hold on. Let me
Yes,
let me
rewind.
rewind this.
So he,
Oh my
we
God.
go like play by play.
So he literally
Yeah.
picks him up, but this dude's got to be strong because that dude's
Yes.
okay. It seems like Roger Jackson works out, right?
Yes.
He weightlifts, right?
And he trains MMA.
And he trains. This guy probably drinks too much beer,
Yes.
has a gut,
Yes.
is not working out.
Yep.
He's fat. It's just to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like any other, and again, he doesn't have to be fit because from what it seems like to me, this is pro wrestling. It's a skit, right?
Yep.
And it seems like Roger Jackson's like, no, this ain't a skit. This is real fighting, buddy.
Yeah. So, those of you listening, he goes in and picks him up, slams him on his back. Like a power bomb.
Mhm.
It appears that Psycho Stu gets knocked out from the first slam.
Dang.
If not knocked out, he's very discombobulated. And
Yeah, how
okay,
did they, wait, hold on. Sorry,
You're good.
I'm just wondering. Like, how would in pro wrestling, how do fighters not get knocked out? Like, how hard did he slam him down to the floor to literally knock him out? Because I mean, pro wrestling, you feel like you're always like, oh,
yeah,
you're always like,
Yeah.
smashing, throwing people off, to the floor. Like, so like, how hard like did he have to like throw him down to like knock him out from the get go?
I know. So he did not use proper, pro wrestling, pro wrestling tactics. He did like a MMA fighter would do. He just threw him and let his head snap and hit the back of the
Oh
of
my
the ground.
god.
So that he continues. He doesn't like stop. All right, I knocked him out like a normal sane person would do. Oh, I knocked him out. It's try
He kept going.
maybe play it off, but no, he continues. He continues to just start
Wailing on him.
swinging. Look at he just
Okay, hold on. What took so long to somebody
That's
to
what
pull him off? Like, I mean, obviously these guys are not UFC referees because any
No.
UFC referee from the first two punches would have ripped him off of him and been done.
yes, he's definitely not intelligently defending himself. It was a bad call from the ref.
Yeah, definitely.
Bad coaching. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, why did it take them so long? Like, he got like at least almost like 20 punches off
Yeah.
before anybody's came in. and stopped
While
him.
being unconscious.
Yeah. So he just continue wailing on him. Nobody's doing nothing. The smallest, frailest little skeleton guy comes in and
He's like, "All right, buddy, it's enough.
yes,
That's enough." It's like mom at the store when you have a really bad kid. No, Johnny. Nice hands,
Yeah,
Johnny.
yeah. And then a real man finally comes in
Oh
and
my god, bro.
tries to stop him, but
And
by
the other dude, I know this. I'm trying not to laugh because it's very serious, but I just chuckle at this because like I see a dude just like is like trying to use a pro wrestling move. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work. Like when he slams him on the ground, he's like, I gotta use what I know, but I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you're going up against an MMA fighter. You're not gonna win.
no, look at it.
Like this right here.
He
This is
gets
what I was
his back.
chuckling at.
He's bam.
Yeah, RKO.
Raja gets the best of that, but luckily he's stronger. He stops him. But yeah, bro. What are your initial thoughts on all this?
I mean, I kind of already gave him.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't
you
mean to
gave it.
cut a Trey off so badly.
good.
I was just
No,
like,
you're good.
I was just
That's
like,
it.
wait.
That's it. Yeah.
How is this? Because
Yep.
you know more than I'm reacting to this.
Yeah.
He brought this up to me. He wanted to show this to me. And I'm just like, how am I? First of all, knocking him out from the get go, to me is absolutely insane because I mean I've watched I grew up watching WWE, a lot as a kid, and you always see freaking dudes getting thrown onto the floor, but I'm like I didn't know there was actually like pro wrestling techniques in order to like not in order to be safe and not knock somebody out. Unlike
Yeah.
Raja Jackson, he just slams him as hard as he possibly can down to the
Yeah.
floor and knocks him out from that impact.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So strangely enough, in this crazy world we live in, there's most of the internet is like, sane and, right-minded. We're like, yeah, this is like blatant like attempted murder. Like giving that much, unanswered strikes to somebody that's already knocked out.
You think like it could go that far? He could, like, if it was just take him in a court of law. Do you think they could legit charge him with attempted murder?
I think so. Cuz he's like knocked out from the first slam.
Yeah.
And he keeps just wailing on him. Bam, 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 and they're not like pulled punches at all.
To me, like, I get it. He probably, like, Rajah Jackson was humiliated on his stream from that.
Yep.
But I'm like, you knocked the dude out. Like, he just hit you with the rear prop.
Yeah.
You managed to knock him out. A dude that's way bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to knock him out by just throwing him to the floor. That to me is enough. That to me shows enough, and be like, yeah, no, I didn't have to even throw a punch. I knocked you out simply by throwing you to the floor.
So like even like if he reacted when he first got hit, because he didn't know what was happening.
Mhm.
So even if he reacted, punched him, we wouldn't be talking about this. Like it'd be okay, it's a justified reaction. You think you're getting hit with a can over your head. You're gonna defend yourself.
Yeah, of course.
But like, I didn't show the clip, but if you go look into it, you go look on the internet. There's clips of them like shaking hands, making up. It's like, okay, my bad. Psycho Stu apologizes. I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then, so I'm glad you brought up like the influence of his chat, because there's another clip before he goes in. He's like, I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna get my get back. And apparently, a lot of his chat, was degrading him. He's like, you're gonna let that guy punk you? They're calling him, you're a little B word. So people think
the
that
peer pressure.
Yep, the people think that the influence of the media, gave into this.
Yeah, the social peer pressure got to him.
Yep.
And he wanted to put on a show, and now,
Uh-huh.
the way I think attempted murder is valid, and him folding to that social peer pressure is going to cost him possibly his career.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But what's crazy is, like, as of now, I don't think he's been arrested. Nobody's pressed charges on
Has
it.
anybody in the MMA community said anything about it? Like
A lot of
Joe Rogan.
I don't know if Joe Rogan has. I haven't heard it, but there's some crazy takes, bro. I'll get into them right now. A lot of like the MMA YouTubers and content creators I've watched, they're like,
Attempted murder.
criticizing it. Yeah, it's like attempted murder. It's like he's acting crazy for this. He's not acting like,
I feel like in the UFC, like, this happens, like, you knock him out, you're done.
Yeah,
You're done.
it's over.
It's over. You're done. You won the fight.
After that slam, maybe 1 or 2 punches would have got through, but it would
Just
have
because
been
you're
dead
trying to
stop.
secure secure the win, you're trying to make sure that you won the fight. And usually, like we've watched a lot of UFC, so we watch referees. As soon as you see a guy out cold like that, referee immediately tackles the fighter and says,
Yeah.
"Wait, we're done. We're
Yeah,
done. Fight's
yeah,
over."
Yeah. And a lot of the fighters are told to, like, don't stop until the ref pulls you off. So a lot of times they go for follow-up shots, even though some of them aren't
This
needed.
is not an MMA
Yeah.
fight, bro.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
this is fake wrestling.
So obviously there's the part of the internet that condemning this, but also there's people that think it's scripted. Some people think this is a work.
Or you think it's made by AI, like it's a deep fake or something?
I don't know,
Bro, it's
Some people think let's watch this again. Watch these shots.
you're gonna tell me. You're going to tell me. You're gonna tell me. That's fake? Are you serious? Like I know you're like, oh, you're laughing. Like we're chuckling at the fact that people would say that's fake.
The stupidity of that.
Like
argument.
we're chuckling at the stupidity of people. Like,
Yeah.
Are you freaking serious? You really think that's fake? Like, this is filmed on probably this thing right here, a phone.
Yeah.
Somebody
Mhm.
filming on a phone. They're filming this happening right now.
Yeah, and some people, the reason people think it's scripted is because they agreed to, like, do a performance, and they agreed to they're gonna let Raja come in and do
I think
something, but
he agreed to everything. Like, he was like, all right, like, we're gonna do a performance, and Raja was like, yeah, performance, gotcha. And the whole time he's probably playing this like,
Yep.
yeah, he thinks this is gonna be a performance, but once I get in the ring, the
Mhm.
performance is off.
yeah, there's no way you can defend that.
No.
Even his dad said it was a work gone wrong.
Oh, so his dad criticized him too.
Yeah, his dad condemned the whole thing, but he's been kind of soft on him. But like,
oh my God, bro.
he said it was a work that went wrong. No, this. I mean,
No.
I guess it will, but
He knocked
no,
him out
yes.
from the initial impact. He threw him down so hard to the floor that he knocked him out from. He did not have to throw a single punch at the guy.
Yeah,
And this dude's like twice his size.
yeah, yeah. It definitely went wrong, but it goes wrong when you slam him and he's knocked out. That's when it goes wrong, and you're like, okay, you
Yes.
react, but
Like, you're done. Like, once you
Yeah.
slam him down, you're out. And you're like, and Raja Jackson could have been performative. He could have slammed him down to the floor and be like,
yeah,
I'm that guy. I'm that
Uh-huh.
guy. I'm that guy. You
Yeah.
could have done that and been done.
yeah.
And
No,
it would have been over.
It might have went viral still, but
Yeah,
not.
I still think so.
Not the criticism
No.
and the crime.
Possibly costing yourself, throwing your career away in the trash
Yep.
with this single moment.
Mm-hmm. So Psycho Stu, he got induced into a coma actually. He's awake now, but
Okay,
he
he's
survived.
okay,
He was in a
okay.
coma for a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
He lost a lot of his teeth, and he
Oh,
he
dang. So
he
he
got beat up pretty bad.
He got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes. And there's more videos of them. Like, it took a while for him to wake up after this. Like, they were trying to get him up, and he was out for a while.
That's horrible.
And then
Awful.
homeboy flees the scene. He gets mad.
So he just leaves.
He
Raja
leaves.
Jackson
Yeah, he
just
just
leaves
leaves.
the place.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. He just
Nope.
leaves.
Nothing still has
That's
happened.
Incredible.
Yep.
Incredible. Man, that's
Yeah. And
so he should be like whatever. Is he in the UFC or not?
No,
Or
he's
just
not.
Just MMA
he's
fighter.
amateur.
Yeah. He's amateur. Yeah, I just feel like whatever like MMA like branch he's in, they need to ban him. He needs to be banned and be like, yeah, dude, you're not gonna come fight with us. Like,
No.
after how you treated somebody, especially a pro wrestler, like we know pro wrestling is fake and it's supposed to be performative, and you took it that far. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want you in our sport,
Yeah.
because who else are you gonna do that to? That you
Mhm.
have beef or whatever, if they piss you off in some way, who else are you gonna do that to
Yeah.
next?
And it shows just like a lack of self-control.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, like, yeah, he was mad. He was probably influenced by his chat, degrading him and saying you're gonna let that slide. You know how these internet people are.
Yeah.
But how many people are gonna see a man knocked out and just keep wailing on them?
Very few.
That's not.
Very few instances. Like, it's very like he just did like a beer prop to his head.
Yeah.
Granted, if this would have been like a dad defending his daughter from a creep,
Mm-hmm.
that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's a different type of anger that you have. If somebody like messes with your kids and it's a dad defending their family, and they've, especially we talked about Roblox yesterday, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a different story, and I think the majority of people, and even dads and fathers, could say, yeah, you had that coming. But the fact that it was just a beer prop, it was performative.
Yep.
We know how pro wrestling is, and then he does that. It's not justifiable.
No, essentially his ego got hurt,
Yeah.
and he lashed out and almost killed a guy.
Pride comes before the fall.
Yep.
It's biblical.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of some big MMA fighters are kind of like defending him, saying like
What?
like Sean Strickland. He said Raja Jackson doesn't deserve to go to jail for this.
No, he does.
He definitely
Do
does.
you think so?
I think so. Come on, man.
Yes. Like,
Yeah, just even if you're hurting another person that bad, yes.
Yeah.
It's illegal. That's
over a beer prop, bro.
yeah.
Come on.
That's a crime.
Yes. Just because you have the skills, like whenever like you have a useful tool, he has a useful tool, which is martial arts.
Yep.
But when you misuse it for
Mhm.
stuff like this, like, no.
I feel like more MMA people should be, condemning it, because
Mhm.
I feel a lot of them, when they get into fighting or whatever,
This is not what the sport's about.
no, it's like you know this skill set, you have this skill set, you're probably like, even especially doing it for so long. I'm sure he's been doing it most of his life. His dad's a professional, so if you hold this skill set, you have the knowledge of it, a lot of them like they're more responsible. Like you don't want to fight. Like a lot of them try to, in street fights at least, they do anything to not fight because they can hurt somebody. But no, he's using it recklessly.
Yeah, recklessly using his skills
Yeah.
and literally almost, almost taking somebody's life. Over his ego getting hurt, man, which is it's just insane.
It's wild. A lot, yeah. Some big people within the MMA community have some crazy takes.
Nah, it's insane.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
But yeah, that's the Rat Judge Jax. Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah.
And what's your opinion?
yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
To me, jail.
Yeah.
And speaking of crazy, unhinged people without self-control, stuff that happened in Minnesota. I think it was Minneapolis this week. Talking about trends, this is like the second shooter, I don't know in how long, that happens to be trans, and that's targeting children, in particularly children that are religious.
Sounds familiar.
Recognizable trend, don't you think, Atreo? What do you think?
I feel like we had one of these a couple years ago.
In Tennessee. And
Yes.
we actually talked about this
Yeah.
on the show we had before this. I should have maybe listened back and see if I can pull some clips from it. But it's all right. Yes, bro.
Break it down for me because I don't know much about it. I just knew there was a shooting.
I wish I would have wrote it down. I kind of tried memorizing everything, which is
you're
bad.
good.
But so essentially,
Just summarize.
yeah, essentially just summarizing, a dude whose name is Robert changed his name to Robin, identified as a female. We're gonna call it what it is. We're gonna call it what it is. Gosh, tongue twisted. Can I talk? I'm trying to my thoughts are going like this, and my mouth is not going as fast. His name went from Robert to Robin. I try to identify as female, but let's just call it what it is. It's called mental illness. Okay, I don't care. Get mad all you want, scream all you want. It's mental illness, gender dysphoria. You're not good mentally. You're mentally unstable. And whenever talking about tools, right? Useful tools, like a firearm is a useful tool, right? But in the hands of somebody that's mentally unstable, like this idiot, and then goes up and starts shooting at a Catholic church where people are literally praying. They are in the act of praying. And this dude just starts shooting up the place. And he had a magazine that said, kill Donald Trump. And then he had some other things. I don't know if it was his vest or other. I don't know if it was other mags, or I don't know if it was written on his gun. It said, "Where is your God?" Literally mocking God at the same time as he's committing. Mocking God on the writings that he had on the equipment that he was using to commit this act.
That's great. I think I saw a little picture of it. I saw the Kill Donald Trump magazine, the writing on his magazine. That's crazy. How many people got killed? Was the injuries, that type of stuff?
I think two unfortunately lost their life.
Dang. And it was just a Catholic church, in the middle of service.
Yeah, well, I think it was a Catholic. It's one of those Catholic church / school.
Oh, okay,
Catholic schools, yeah.
So it's like a chapel or something like.
I'm gonna get a mass ChatGPT to give me non-biased breakdown.
Yeah, because last it was another transgender in Tennessee talking about. There's another transgender that went to school, killed multiple children. And I think the manifesto finally came out, and it was just what you expect.
I mean, the Tennessee manifesto of that shooting, I feel like they literally they hid it as much as they could. Why are they hiding it? Because here's the thing. This is what pisses me off about the media, bro. And I feel like the media. I feel like now they're trying to I feel like they're pushing the narrative that he was trans, because they want people to get pissed off at the trans community. They want people to get pissed off, so that somebody will have a reaction, and then they will do something to the community, and they can say, "That's racist, homophobic piece of garbage." They want that to happen.
Yeah.
So then they want ammo. Essentially, I feel like they are the media is presenting this in the way they are, so that they can give ammo to somebody, so that they have ammo to use on the other side. Essentially, again, going back to this stupid freaking my team versus your team mentality. But to me, I'm like, have we really seen any Christians like go up to a place, like actual Christians, like go up to a place that's like full of LGBTQ plus community
Yeah.
and go up and start, lighting the place up? Not really. You may say, well, what about Pulse in Orlando? If you want to talk about teams, that dude was on your team. That dude was a Muslim, which you guys, they love them.
That was what's it called?
2016.
Yeah, it was 2016. That was friendly fire right there.
Yeah, if you really boil down to it, it's really friendly. Okay, so casualties and injuries. 2 children lost their lives out of this. 2 children. 2 children.
Ugh,
2
that's
children
already-
that don't even know, like they don't care. They don't care about your gender identity. And a big problem with this too, and relating this back, this is a I obviously as Christians, this is righteous anger coming out of me. I'm super pissed off about this. It pisses me off. But then, it's deeper than this. You go down to its core. This is spiritual warfare. And even the Bible says,
100%.
our battles are not against, flesh and bones of this world, but against the principalities of darkness, of the spiritual realm. But it's just, I'm tired of this crap of their identity is always in your sexuality. Their identity is always in their sexuality, and it's sad because deep down, if you take it from a spiritual perspective, they're empty. They have an empty identity, so they're always searching for an identity in something else, and they're always wanting that identity to be validated by everybody.
Yeah.
They thrive on validation. So yeah, 2 children were killed. 8-year-old boy, Fletcher Merkel, and a 10-year-old girl, Harper Moisky. 18 others were injured, including students and old parishioners. Sorry, we're not Catholic, so I don't know like exactly what all these terms mean, how to say that. But all are expected to survive, the ones that were injured. So shooter profile and motive: Westman was a former student and had close ties to the parish. So his parent worked there. Okay, so apparently he went to school there.
Wow.
Investigators recovered a manifesto and suicide note. Westman expressed admiration for previous mass killers, harbored extremist, hateful ideologies. Again, somebody that's blinded and they're zombified by their ideology.
Yeah.
U.S. attorney described them as obsessed with killing children and motivated by notoriety. A recent romantic breakup has been noted as a potential, oh my gosh, emotional trigger in the Rampage. And then I guess the FBI is treating the attack as domestic terrorism and as a hate crime against Catholics. I think it's a hate crime. I mean, they want to classify when somebody does skid marks on a pride painting on the floor. They want to classify that as a freaking hate crime. It's ridiculous.
If this is anything more than a hate crime, or this is like the definition of a hate crime.
And then the mayor of Minneapolis, which is the same dude that was caught crying at the coffin of George Floyd. Same dude.
Same guy?
It's the same guy,
Oh,
I think.
Lord.
Emphasized that thoughts and prayers are insufficient. Get a load of this guy.
Are you atheist?
And the incident rekindled political debate over gun control.
Of
This
course.
is not about guns. This is deeper than that,
Yep.
bro.
Mhm.
Again, useful tool in the hands of a retard is going to equal bad things happening. It's not hard. I have firearms inside this house. Have I ever shot anybody? No, because I'm not freaking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. The only time I ever will, God forbid, is somebody breaks into my house and is trying to harm my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Have you ever thought about going and shooting up a place?
No. No. Because I'm
Yeah.
not crazy.
Nope.
Have you?
Heck no. Heck no.
You also own
I
firearms.
enjoy my freedom.
You also own firearms in your house.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy.
And then some politicians and advocates are calling for increased security funding for religious schools
Of
and
course.
churches. Oh, I mean, the church we go to, I'll tell you this right now. We have more than one armed security personnel. So if some idiot did decide to try to go in there, they're gonna get shot immediately.
Yeah, they're turning to Swiss cheese.
Yeah, immediately. You're not gonna get shot once. You're gonna get shot like at least 15 times by 4 different people
At least.
from 4 different angles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Got any more info?
No, that's really it.
Okay.
And ChatGPT is calling him Robin Westman. It's Robert Westman. Okay.
Get it right.
Robert
ChatGPT.
Westman. Former student committed suicide after the attack. Targets children. This is crazy how they target children. They
so-
target children.
Oh, you sort of such. I have a word that I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and it's like, oh, gun control. No, this is a mental illness problem.
Yeah. So I got some nuanced takes from I did some research, did a little AI stuff. So apparently the shooter, we talked about the writings a little bit, but it was like a chaotic mix and a bunch of different ideologies. Reportedly anti-Trump, anti-India, anti-Christian, and had anti-Semitic nihilistic themes. So
Talk about hateful person. They want
Yes.
to say that, that the right's hateful. That sounds pretty hateful if you ask me.
yeah, so this is kind of like, it's an example of just extreme ideological loneliness is what it says.
Mhm.
Because it's, you're just obviously, some people get so isolated nowadays in society.
It's the dangers of living in an echo chamber.
Yeah. And there's also, it brings up the lone wolf fallacy. The shooter acted alone, but they could have been influenced by a digital ecosystem and hate and violence. They reportedly admired other mass killers and left behind a manifesto and videos. The lone wolf narrative isolates the event and makes it seem like an anomaly, but a more nuanced take would see it as a symptom of a much larger, darker online culture. Yeah. I mean, I agree completely with that. Because if you're on these online cultures, you're on these subreddits or whatever, you're getting fed and injected with these crazy ideologies.
Let me show you an example. I have
Let's
multiple
go.
clips to show you. This,
Yep.
this is the stuff that leads to this. Watch this.
Let's go.
You right-wing extremists are into that gender binary, which is very oppressive.
So I'm just gonna really fast. I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm actually a
well,
United
you
States.
have American flag on your shirt.
I'm a United States.
You're getting called a right-wing extremist for wearing the country's flag of whom you live in. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah. That's bro. That's
Oh my-
case in point right there.
Yeah,
Case in point.
prove our point. Right, let's keep going on this clip.
Air Force veteran. My parents are legal immigrants from the Middle East. I don't give into the right wing. I'm not right wing just because I don't give into that. Like for instance, what first of
Well,
all?
do you believe there are two genders?
Yes, I believe there's.
Then you're a right-wing extremist.
Just look at this.
Look at her. Look at her wearing a mask that says Black Lives Matter. If Thanos has all the Infinity Stones, this is it. He's probably got all 5 vaccines.
Yeah, this is the final boss of of leftism.
Leftist final boss.
That has nothing to do with being right wing. There's men and women. If some people have gender dysphoria.
Did you wear a mask during the pandemic?
I definitely did not wear a
Well,
mask.
then you are a right-wing extremist.
Oh,
you
my
right-wing extremists
God,
are into
bro.
that gender binary, which is very oppressive.
So I'm just gonna really fast. I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm actually a
well,
United
you
States.
have American flag on your shirt.
Yeah, so that exactly proves my point of what a trailer said. The being isolated and then being fed that media right there.
Yeah, because I'm sure, I don't know, I can't confirm, but there has to be like that person was in like these threads, was part of that ideology.
Or in Reddit, probably
Yeah.
lived in Reddit.
Yeah.
Because Reddit is it's like Reddit is like Twitter on steroids essentially.
For the libs.
Yes, it's one of the worst echo chambers
Yeah.
on planet Earth.
Yeah, so that for sure has like some play into it. But also like the media wants to I don't know. I don't know what their spin on it is. Some other obviously the pro gun people are going to go after it.
Yeah.
And then but also the other argument is like the mental health problem. It's obviously a mental, like both sides are gonna, the arguments already on the left, pro gun or anti gun, it's the gun's fault. You need to ban guns.
Yeah.
You need to ban high capacity magazines and stuff. But also, the counterpoint is like there's also a mental health problem.
There is,
in
yes,
this country.
1000%.
Obviously, with social media enhancing it, feeding you these crazy ideas and extremist ideas. It's
You know how you get rid of that? You know how you get rid of that?
how do you get rid of that?
You get rid of that by getting off the internet. That's how you
Yep.
get rid of that. Get off the freaking internet. Because
Uh-huh.
look, I got another clip to show you, Trey. I'm pretty sure like this is stuff like this that when this guy feeds himself this kind of media, when somebody doesn't get off the internet, look at this.
We're protesting against this place, the Drip Cafe.
Look at this.
Oh,
guy,
I saw this.
Look at this. Oh my God, bro. Okay.
I saw this.
Because it is run and funded by a homophobic church. They put on their website that one of their 7 core beliefs is that they believe homosexuality is a sin punishable by death.
Did they really put that, or did they just put that homosexuality as a sin?
Yeah.
Are you kind of just blowing that out? I mean, in
They're not wrong.
In Old Testament culture, like Testament culture, like Old Testament, probably like Old Testament's crazy. But even now, it's like if
Certain
you
countries.
yeah, sir. I mean, Muslim countries.
Libs.
They love Gaza and they love Gaza, but if we send this guy to Gaza right now, we send him to Gaza. He probably won't last more than 45 minutes landing in Gaza. He's going to be one of the first people thrown off the
He's
roof.
either gonna get bombed or he's gonna get beheaded. One of the two.
Or thrown off a roof.
Yeah.
Whichever one they see fit. Okay. So, this is I don't understand. Anyways, but we live in a day and age now, right now. You may think, oh, yeah, well, you think homosexuality is punishable. Yeah. Look, we live in a day and age where you can be redeemed by Christ himself. You can turn away from your wicked ways and be forgiven of your sins. And I promise you won't be punishable. You won't be punished by death.
No.
Okay?
No.
You can turn to Christ.
In America, no, you're not gonna be killed.
No, you're not going to be killed. You can turn to Christ, be redeemed, and live a satisfied life. Okay?
Yeah.
But yeah. So when you feed yourself this kind of media, we end up with these kind of tragedies.
So we think that's bogus and that's bullshit, and we're out here to protest them and tell them to get the hell out of our neighborhood.
Yeah, and that guy's like, well, you know what, guys? I'll take care of it for you. I'll go farther than that. And that's how you end up with.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
With what happened.
They get, they're in their bubbles, they're filled with hatred, and it eventually boils up, and we get cases like this, like we're talking today, where people get affected. Children lose their lives because these people are just so integrated in these freaking toxic.
They don't have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do with this, man.
No.
And then look at this. Look at this.
And then they're also told who their enemy is, which
yeah, of course.
they have nothing to do with it. They're being told who their enemy is, which is the people telling them the lies.
And they're being indoctrinated from the point that they're kids. Watch this.
Why has there never been a woman president?
Most people vote boys.
Why?
Because they think boys are stronger than girls. Men don't want that to change to keep their hierarchy.
You know what that's called? Hierarchy?
No.
The patriarchy. Since the
He doesn't even know what that means. You know what that means? No.
Just saying words.
Oh, you're a robot. You're just copying what you hear your mom say from what it sounds like, or what you hear on the internet, which you should not be on. Get off of it.
beginning of time, all the leaders of the world, majority are who?
Men.
Okay. Who has started every single war?
Where are these kids' fathers? That's what I want to know.
You know,
It does not exist. Probably
not.
Probably got divorced, and the mom probably has some bitterness towards him. Now she's on this whole crusade of men suck, men are all bad, they're all horrible.
Maybe he did. Maybe he was a bum, which we need more men to. If you're having kids, stay with you. I don't get into that.
And now these kids are probably gonna here in a couple years they're gonna say they're born in the wrong body, that they're women,
or they're just not gonna that masculinity is not gonna be there.
No,
they're
not
gonna,
at all.
They're gonna be told how men should act by women. They're
Yeah,
gonna be,
exactly.
hide and like.
Why is there never?
That's a great video. That's how it starts. That's how
Exactly.
we get to this point.
And then you have freaking Karen right here.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans
I'm gonna
people.
I'm gonna remix this.
Trans people belong here.
I'm gonna sample that.
It's gonna be in our intro.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new intro.
We need trans people. We love trans people. You matter. You matter.
She's out of breath. I'm saying that.
Golly, dude.
And then this is a one tying it all back to, how this is a spiritual war.
Let's go.
If the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first.
Bam! Let's go. And we should take it as joy.
Yeah,
we should take it as joy.
And it all ties back to, again, in the Bible it says that we, Christians will be hated because of the name of Jesus, the name of Christ,
because they hated him first.
Yep, he's been hated first.
But take it as joy because we win at the end. Because Jesus saved for everybody. He saved. He died on the cross to save the trans people. He died on the cross to save these crazy extremists. But they're fed with these ideologies and these that Christians hate you and that they don't think you should exist. That
Not true. Now, keep in mind, there's you guys have ever heard of the Westboro Baptist Church? Those people are crazy. Those people are not Christians.
Nope.
Those are definitely wolves in sheep's clothing. 1,000%. But yeah, no. You boil down to it. Christianity. You can turn away from your wicked ways and turn to Christ and be redeemed.
Yeah.
And there's been multiple stories of people that that were buying into these lies that have turned away and realized that they were living a life of deception.
Yeah. I think the ultimate takeaway from this is we really need, and it goes back around to the my team versus your team. We really need, to really separate those and identify who is feeding us your ideas, who's giving you your ideas, and what is their motive. Because I feel like a lot of them, the mainstream media, or these crazy, these extreme groups, they just really want to divide people, and they really want the downfall, and it's maybe a deeper conspiracy, but they want dismantle this country and what we built, and the best way is to divide us and have us being radicalized into crazy ideas and killing fellow Americans.
Innocent children on top of that.
Yes.
Innocent children.
Yeah.
And it drives my righteous anger up so much whenever it involves children, because children have nothing to do with it.
No.
They don't. They don't care. When it comes to your identity, your gender identity, children don't care. And I feel like we are living in a world where these people constantly, these nut jobs constantly, they want to be validated by children more than anyone else. And that truly bothers me.
Yeah.
Truly bothers me.
It's disgusting. And, it's very, like you said, it goes deeper than just political talk. It's a battle in the unseen realm that everybody is facing. And, these different ideas and different, groups, they can get influenced by, the demonic and, the dark aspect of this world.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And a lot of it is because, and that search, they hate, there's no I hate Jesus, there's no I hate Jews, I hate Islam, I hate. I'm on TikTok. It's maybe a little more biased.
Yeah,
shadow banned,
biased.
but
Yeah,
still, you can still see it every day. Christianity and Jesus is the most mocked religion.
It's right in front of your face. If you mock Islam, it's hate. If you mock LGBTQ, it's hate. If you mock, whatever the left
Jews.
likes, whatever's on the left's side of the team, like whatever's on their team. If you mock whatever it is, it's wrong and it's horrible. You're a horrible person. But the moment that you mock Christianity, the moment you mock something that is not on their team, they don't care, and they actually celebrate it, bro. There's one more clip I wanted to show you.
Let's see
this is one before we head out for today.
Okay.
I forgot to show this first, but I forgot it was kind of a duck down here. Yeah.
Let's see it.
I'm just gonna let you react to this, Trail, because I've already seen it.
Okay.
And you know what? There's going to be a lot more of that coming up. You know, especially at these religious areas, you know, hey, we've had enough of your kind coming after public schools, right? It's about time, churches and Catholic schools and religious schools, it's about time they get their turn. That's what I think. I'm just going to sit back and watch people do it. And I'm going to fucking laugh. I'm laughing about yesterday. You guys want to laugh about us? We're going to laugh about you. And you know what? There's going to be a lot more.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, my gosh.
Thoughts on that?
I mean, there you go, liberals. That's,
Typical.
Yeah, typical.
Absolutely typical. That's all I can say. It's
they
typical.
claim to have the moral high ground. They claim that Christianity is a threat to democracy. Do you see Christians going online and praising, be like, I don't know, dude. It's
and the fact that like Donald Trump is the
disgusting.
biggest threat to democracy. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure
y'all are
about that?
praising children being killed and saying they deserve it. They need it more coming, or they had it coming.
We say we're tired of your kind. What are you talking about exactly?
Yeah.
What are you
Break
talking
it down.
about? If we're talking about Pulse nightclub that happened in 2016, that was a dude on your team, buddy. That was friendly fire. The dude was a Muslim.
But they never talk about Islam.
No, they
never. Just, I'm not. Whenever a liberal talks to me or tries to say that Christianity is a threat to democracy or it's the most dangerous religion or whatever, I'm like, no. I do not believe a word you say. Who are the last freaking mass shooters? The most popular mass shooters are.
Seems like they all happen to be trans.
Yeah. I'm done. It's
Again, talking about trends, a pattern, recognizable patterns. We're recognizing a pattern that's happening.
But that guy is probably fully, deep into listening to MSNBC, whatever, bro. He's brainwashed just like the rest of them.
He worships MSNBC. Yes. He's worshiping Rachel Maddow, bro. As soon as Rachel Maddow comes on, his
wife's boyfriend. They probably freaking share a bond over watching CNN or something, dude. It's
CNN's a little too right for them, I think. At this
oh,
point.
really?
Yeah, I think CNN's a little too much to the right for them.
That.
It's got to be MSNBC.
But guys, guys, it's
Joy Reid.
People are just disregarding human life, dog. It's like they're laughing at freaking people getting killed.
Yeah,
and
literally. They're literally like they're praising these mass shooters, and this is how you create more of these. Because yeah, they're praising it. They're saying it's good. Let me go do. Somebody's gonna be like, yeah, it's my turn. I'm gonna go do it somewhere else.
And why do you think people, the trans community gets a bad rap, or like people don't? They don't like it. These are the examples.
I feel like the T in the community is the one that's causing most of the problems for them. And hurting their community, not helping them. You're hurting their community more.
T stands for trouble, not trans.
Because there's a lot of gays and lesbians that they're like, just because you like a man doesn't make you a woman, or vice versa.
Yeah. And
you're still that gender. You just happen to be. Oh, did the camera die?
Yeah, I'm gonna change the battery real quick.
Okay. While he's changing the camera, I'm gonna keep talking. We're almost to the end anyway, so we only got maybe a couple more minutes. But just wrapping up. Yes. We're talking about what kind of media this guy consumes. Essentially, this is what creates more of these tragedies. Is whenever you have dudes like this on social media praising it. How many people like that Robin guy, whatever his name is, don't see this and they're like, yes. They're praising me. This is a good thing for me to do. Let me go do it somewhere else. It's my turn now to do that. And it's disgusting the fact that just because these guys are not on my team, I'm glad that they died. I'm glad that they died because they're not on my team, and because they're not on my team, I hate them. They are the enemy of the state. They are my enemy. And even though he probably doesn't even know who these kids are, he's never met them. He's never met their parents. He's never talked to them. He still thinks it's a good thing, and he's still praising it. Meanwhile, the parents of these two kids are in the worst time of their freaking life. And you got this guy laughing, this clown. Disgusting piece of filth, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's real disgusting, and real class libs.
Yeah. How old are you, bro? This dude's easily up in his 50s, probably early 60s.
Yes, dude. Like, how degenerate and was this guy, or how sad was his life? Like, for him to have this attitude and come on, bro. Like, where are your morals? Obviously, has no moral standards at all.
No moral standards.
Probably an atheist. I don't know. It's a lot of this stuff just lines up.
Yeah.
Being atheist, being more into the secular, worldly. It's so true. It just leads you down death and destruction. It's just evilness, and you hate everything that you hate. You hate what's good, and you love what's bad.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what the Bible says about the world.
Definitely. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching for today's episode. I know a lot of heavy topics, but we hope that you guys were informed and you guys learned a lot today. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, Base Certified. We've been sucking with our clips and uploads. It's just been super busy. We're gonna set reminders.
We're doing better this week, guys.
Yes.
We're so sorry, but
we're gonna put reminders to do so. Yeah, life is crazy. We still gotta get that video out of those interviews. We gotta get that.
Yes,
it's gonna be
coming soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a separate video on that so we can break down what happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys,
be good.
Thank you so much for watching.
This is the place
where liberals
crash out.